It's fine, my big English. How can you not?
All right. Hey, welcome to the Counsel
How can
with
not
me, Mpho Full. And, but you know what? Today I'm chilling with the man, the legend himself, DJ Cappuccino. Oh, Namo today, and we're going to have so much fun discussing things with DJ Cappuccino, entertainment, music industry, radio, careers, and, all those kind of things. Mr. DJ Cappuccino. I don't know if that's even correct. Mr. DJ Cappuccino.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us, man.
Sure.
I feel very honored that you accepted the invite and you came to actually talk to us.
Sure.
One thing I can assure you about this platform, no controversy, nothing of that sort. And those kind of things. So I can assure you, we're going to have a proper conversation.
You're not going to limit us.
Yeah.
Now, guys, thank you. You know what I appreciate about what we are doing as podcasters?
Yeah.
There's no money yet in what we are doing.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It shows commitment, but it's something that is actually the future. We're living in the future now.
Of course.
So while encouraging myself, I'll also encourage you guys. Let's not stop with this thing. It's going to work out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very soon, corporates, public sector will warm up to understand that we have evident reach.
Yeah.
We don't go on air and say things and assume people are listening to us.
Yeah.
We can show.
Yeah.
And also, people can still consume our writing, our content, even in years to come.
Yeah.
That is the advantage you have. So, too.
Yeah.
In a long time, I haven't been called for an interview. So it shows that maybe you saw something that I haven't seen.
Yeah,
but I appreciate.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, just to break the ice, I'm interested in the name DJ Cappuccino. How do you come up with it, and what does it mean for you? This name?
Hey, man, it's a very interesting story.
Yeah.
We had a recording label.
Yeah.
I hope I sound okay. No?
Yeah, you do.
We had a recording label, Barker Native Young Productions. By then, it was actually Vision Child.
Yeah.
So we had an artist, and then where you had to go meet the buyers of music from music.
Yeah.
To get it on the line.
Yeah.
So we booked in Cape Town to see a certain lady. I'm not sure if she's still there or she's still alive. Barke Cindy Mtule, I think, who was working with music.
Yeah.
So we booked flights. We went on Thursday, Cape Town. Friday we hustled. We had meetings. So Saturday we thought we booked our flights back on Saturday.
Yeah.
And we didn't budget for an extra day. When we go to the airport, we realize that we made a mistake. Our flight is actually tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
So with my business partner, Culprit, by then we said go airport, and I had about 7 cups of cappuccino while we are waiting because of the frustration and everything.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to take alcohol or anything.
Yeah.
So he started calling me Cappuccino. Then, as we were signing artists, we realized that some of these artists that we sign, they think they're bigger than us.
Yeah.
Then we decided to build a brand around DJ brand. And he said, no, it's because he's been calling me Cappuccino since. And said, you're going to go with the name Cappuccino.
Yeah.
So it had nothing to do with anything. By then, even I don't think I knew that black coffee exists.
Yeah.
It was just a name from friends calling each other that.
Yeah. So let me take it back a bit. Now that I know where this cappuccino comes from, let me take it back a bit. Where you grew up, where did you grow up?
Thanks for the watermelon, guys.
How was it? Sure, it's our pleasure.
You guys at least
You know,
you listen when somebody says, "I need watermelon, I need feta cheese," and I got everything that I needed. Thank you. Yeah.
hey man, hey, but what
Guys, if you come here, they don't give you a rider. There's something wrong with you. I'm not gonna tell you what I'm drinking, but it's expensive.
Hey, it's our pleasure, man. You know.
Sure.
So, where did you grow up, and how was it like growing up there? Yeah.
Oh man, I'm a Temba, I'm a Skral guy.
Yeah. I'm a Skral.
All my life.
Yeah.
Temba till high school,
Yeah.
till going to tertiary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I have strong roots. Go Kajgaman, Kian. My dad is from there, but I grew up Temba around Tswana people, speaking Tswana. I think I even have a distinction in Tswana.
Yeah.
That's how Tswana I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mara ni Mtsonga ni Fortune Maswanganyi. Son of Gezanyi. Yeah.
So how was it like Temba when you were growing up? What challenges, childhood challenges, and
interesting stuff. We dealt with so many things.
Yeah.
To a point where, like, I think a person coming from Temba, like any other township,
Yeah.
You process your thought quickly. Whenever there are problems, you quickly solve them because we come from challenges.
Yeah.
We come from a street, like all of us. We are lacking there and there.
Yeah.
We have to help each other, work with each other. So like it was not a rosy township to grow up in. Mara, it gave someone lessons that one's treasures till now. Like, and then I'm thinking, well, like, I don't know. I'm glad I actually grew up in Temba because when some things happen, I'm like, hey, Erebo Temba must kick in now to understand and accept things the way they are, but also try to find a solution. Yeah. So it was lovely.
At that time, the challenges because these days, more either village, township, or so forth. There's that thug life and so forth.
Oh man, we didn't have such. We had people who smoke weed.
Yeah.
There and there, but we never had this scotch of drugs that we are seeing, where you can see someone's future getting destroyed.
Yeah.
Because of drugs.
Yeah.
No, we never had that. Like, and in fact, coming to think of it, this whole thing, the drugs, it's really sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really sad.
It's a village. Actually, it's a village. When we were growing up, it is like that. So only recently, they had promising futures. You'd actually look at them and feel like this guy can become something. But today, those people are just messed up. The drugs.
But you know who's selling them.
Yeah, we do know.
So don't cry.
But the biggest issue, we know who's selling them. The biggest issue becomes reporting that person and seeing them come back to the community a day late.
So how do you make
No, I can't say. Not going to say.
So this is kind of interview where you can say, I can't say, when you don't want to answer.
No.
Okay, sharp.
No. I'm just afraid of,
Sharp.
if I'm going to say someone's name, especially in that manner, especially about those kind of things, and I have nothing to protect myself with, to say after saying this person's name,
No, but maybe you can say, admire the business entrepreneurship part of that guy. You understand? Or I always I'm inspired.
Yeah, that's inside Tomani. Why do you like, the guy literally grew up there. And then he was away for some years. Think he was arrested. And then he came back. Has no war. This issue had the drugs. Then
as a leader of the community, a spokesperson like you can't even say a name. That's why we are not progressing as a country. And that's why we're not solving our problems. It's people like you who have the power to just... You're not saying anything. You're just mentioning what the man. It won't kill you. Come on.
No way. What's that review again? DJ Cappuccino. I don't want to. I mean, correct if you're wrong. If you're wrong, the justice system, Mapudisa, and everyone who is in law enforcement, like I said previously, Kirili, this guy, Roka report, not only him, any other criminal out there, you report them. Most of them they are out in a day. You don't even know Baba release check. Yeah, but so I feel like if I say the guy's name, Kabolela Lorudirang, what today, tomorrow Wile, now my life is in danger. I don't have anyone to protect me. Let alone when you call police, they don't pitch.
No, let's close it. Deputy Minister Pauli Bushelo, we have a gentleman here who knows someone who's selling drugs in the community. Please make contact with this guy so that we can deal with the issue. Let's move.
Hey man, let's move on. So, I want to get into your studies now.
Yeah.
A person who studied engineering, you're moving to media studies, then you go to DJing. Is it something you always planned or you don't because of you develop interest as you go on and on?
Yeah.
So before, because I was waiting for an opportunity to ask DJ Cappuccino.
I can't even see you.
DJ Cappuccino, every time you introduce yourself, you mention the son of Gezane.
Yeah.
How important is that to you? Because every time we go introduce our that, and what does it mean to you?
Okay. In the Bible, the first chapters of the Bible, I think Exodus, they'll give you the genealogy of those people. Rehoboam, they give you Taide. So Gezan is my father.
Yeah.
And I'm his son. So I'm like, most of us, we even forget and to be proud and to mention where we come from.
Yeah.
So we also been made to think what it's wrong to admire your grandfathers who have passed on, your ancestors, whereas the Bible is full of Hebrew ancestors that don't have any link with you. So I decided to be proud. Or I am the son of Gezan wa Gija. So this is, it's me, it's my lineage. You understand? So yeah, that's it.
Interesting. Also, you are acknowledging your roots and you find it important or what?
Exactly.
That's interesting.
And then I think we, as Africans, we should go back there. Because now we are reciting people's ancestors, Abraham. If you can see the Bible, they will always show you of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. They show you the line. Mara, now we can't even, talk about a line of those people, because if we believe that spirits, people don't die, if we believe there's going to be a rapture, we are going to meet in heaven, what, where are those spirits right now of your ancestors? I think it's a question that we can debate. So we need to be proud. We need to mention where we come from. We need to be proud of our ancestors.
I think since recognizing your roots, acknowledging your roots, and so on and so forth, I find it challenging, especially technology. I say but our lives are wrapped around it. So how would it be possible for us to really go back to our roots? Remember, when you say going back to the roots, miaparo, polelo, lijo, schooling, and those kind of things. It's another conversation.
You are wrong to say technology has ever. We were the first as Africans to come up with the best mathematicians. We built pyramids, which takes people who understand Pythagoras theorems, how architecture at its highest level. That's us, Africans. Before it was stolen by the Greeks, mathematics originated in Africa. Most of the things were just taken from us and perfected, including even our minerals being taken out. You can't say this technology is not us. No. This is us. Everything you see here, the cameras and everything. We can even do better. You can even be innovative enough that one day we don't even need to set up a studio. We put some things, some rock, and we record. And you understand what I'm talking about? So this technology is our technology. Asiamutu.
Yeah.
And then if you look at the origin, it's Africa.
No, I hear you. Can I just a follow up on that? You're saying something very important, you know. But if it's really ours, DJ Cappuccino, how have we not been able to replicate it? Like you look at it now, for instance, most of the things that we consume, including, you know, the equipment, all of it always comes from abroad. But we hear the rich history that we have in technology, but re paledishwa ke eng gore re replicate in the modern days now re dire dilo tse le gore do bontsha gore botse technology ke ya rena ena re
We were
tswa le yona go-
colonized.
Where did we get it from?
We were colonized, and our best brains were taken away from us. Most of the things that you're proud about were invented by black people, including even issues said in technology you cannot even comprehend. It's black people, but people took credit for that. You understand? Nobody is even willing to mention Jorge Chris Barnard Ira heart surgery. Which black person was there to direct and tell him what to do? You understand what I'm talking about? So we are ever facing we were made to think the same way we think, that we can't replicate and reproduce these things, whereas these things are coming from us and we can still be doing better. You understand? Khale, not in Africa, but mamang botlhale o irang, ne ba mo tseya and go and use that person. They register their patents under their names, and the person even doesn't even have to come back home. Africa is backward, bro. I'm not going back home. You understand what I'm talking about? So we have what it takes. These things, Kisarena, we're still going to do more. And there are black guys who are making a big difference, even in the camera industry, designing lenses and the technology and everything. So I'm not agreeing with you guys to think we are not actually moving mountains with regard to that.
So colonization is the issue. I also think if what DJ is saying is as it is, I think our problem was failing to document our achievements. Because because this is this, this is that. And also colonial power. But anyway, back to the question. I wanted to ask you, career-wise, the shift from engineering to DJing, media studies, and so forth. What motivated
No, man,
that?
I did chemical engineering when it was fashionable to doing engineering, and completed by default one of the best students in that field. Then worked at the waterfield and worked for Sasol. It was very interesting. Then you go to the industry and you realize that it is something completely different, maybe to what you would have wanted. However, I'm not driven by passion. I don't believe in passion. I believe people must do their best in what needs to be done. And everything. So, but fine, I was in the field loving how I get to learn the many things that I learned from that field. But it became boring when I knew that when it rains, the temperature drops, the plant, the pressure drops, where to go to adjust the plant. When the plant is upset, where do you go? Which valve must you close? Whenever it's bad, how do you bypass systems? So it was now a routine and it was boring. And then one day, Ketswere flask, because Sekunda was cold. And he's still cold anyway. After swiping my card, I can only lunch box, a flask. Because I used to organize nice coffee for myself.
Cappuccino.
And I went straight to human resource.
Yeah.
And I said, guys, how soon can I get out of this place? And they didn't understand like what's going on because they were paying me well. I was young. They trained us even by then to start up a third detergent alcohol plant in the world. The first was in Germany and Italy. Third was South Africa. It used Group Ude technology. So I was one of the team members there, which the plant that had oxo reactors. If Toya were going to blow up the whole plant. So they selected us carefully. And I told them, where you going? We don't know. I just want to get out of this place. And they thought I'm bluffing. And fast forward, I was out of that place, living my life.
Where did you go after?
No. I went back home. Amaskral.
Yeah.
And my mother thought something is wrong with me. And then I went to Giyani Malamlele. Then I worked around there.
Where are you?
Just to follow up, I think for people who are within engineering space, like as an engineering
He's
student,
there himself.
you would die or you were part of Sasol because it's a huge organization. It's actually a privilege, you know.
Yeah.
And that's where one of the best students more nageng ba felang gona, and you'd want to see yourself there. I think people need to understand, you know, the capability ya DJ Cappuccino or Rafito Mo. It means academically or way above the average line.
Yeah.
But DJ, tell me, did you have a plan when you said, okay, I realize or this has become routine and I can enjoy more one? By then
didn't.
did you know? You didn't. So Gemboch.
No, I wanted to get out of that place.
Yeah.
And I realized that it is not a life I want to live. I saw even the older guys who've been there. They are well, they've got houses, families that are stable. But I was like, this is not my life. There's something greater out there which I don't know. But I need to just get out of that place. And since then, it's been freestyling.
Ever since. Okay.
So, do you have any more thing to ask?
No.
Yeah.
I think.
So I want to take it to since Resalaganamo. Mototla Bukishare, where is it safe? Should we go for formal qualifications or should just someone hustle hard as possible in terms of the talent and how capable they are as a person in terms of working hard and so forth? Where would you advise a person to go? Go the academic way?
Man, I
or
don't know.
Hustle up?
There is no formula in these things.
Yeah.
I know that education can cripple someone.
Yeah.
Where you think the paper must do everything for you and fight for you.
Yeah.
But I also know that education can transform.
Yeah.
I think differently. You can never reverse that process because of the academic journey that I walked. The fact that I went through those processes, interpolation, enthalpies, I know thermodynamics. There is no way you can think the way I think and process thoughts because life is about solving problems.
Yeah.
So I got to understand that education touches you in a different way. That you don't need to be in a field that you've studied for to make a difference even somewhere.
Yeah.
So I still use other principles consciously and unconsciously of things that I've learned, even in engineering. So I can't say, I've seen also people who thought, hey, game is Spanish, and they can't think. All they're doing is to update CVs and send them.
Yeah.
They can't do anything with their lives. And I've seen people with no education who hustle like there is no tomorrow because they know they have nothing to follow on.
Yeah.
And they make it in life. But I've also seen people with no education, they can't do anything.
Yeah, that's true.
And I've also seen people with no education being given opportunities, but squandering them because of lack of education.
Yeah.
So it's exciting. My dad was not educated, but he was a mover. One of the smartest guys I know of. So there's no formula, you can't even say that. Those who can, young Skela, but I know Skela are transform. I know that as much as I'm still in school even now, I'm not stopping. It is because of there's a way one thinks, there's a way one frames the thoughts are high. There's a way one abangle control just because of textbook if it however, there's a debate how colonial is the education?
Yeah.
You know, it's also a debate for another day.
Yeah. Last year, someone used to talk to me about decolonizing the education system. Not necessarily tertiary level, but starting at basic education.
Yeah.
That person was saying we have a colonized education system that is not pushing the African narrative. Rather, it's pushing a Western narrative, preparing people in Africa to blend into the Western world. So I want to check from you, DJ, and everyone else, how true you think that fact is.
I don't know.
Because if we were to decolonize it, in my opinion, what would it look like? An African education that has no Western element?
No, we're going to confuse ourselves. Issue decolonializing many things,
Yeah.
particularly because of the issue of globalization.
Yeah.
That now we are living in a global world that also requires all these technologies and all these norms and standards that we must conform to. So it becomes difficult to say what. And does it mean decolonizing education? We must go back rapare matlalo and what. It doesn't actually mean that, also decolonization. I'm in a very interesting program called University of Northwest University. Yeah, indigenous language media.
Okay.
We are busy trying to preserve our indigenous languages. Siped, will we be able to converse like this in Siped? The young generation that is coming, will they be able to converse and express themselves in their languages now? What are we teaching them? So we are there trying to find solutions to revitalize our languages because of now the dominance of English and other colonial list languages, imperialist languages that are dominating. So the issue here, maybe coming back to your thing, decolonizing things and everything. It's tricky because there must be a balance in terms of how relevant does one stay in the process in this globalized world that we're living in. But what have we forgotten that are our roots? What have we made to stop believing? Why, for instance, did they say at some point we shouldn't practice our beliefs? We shouldn't worship, or not necessarily worship, we shouldn't engage with our ancestors. We shouldn't consult the traditional healers and everything. And that's why the birth of many churches, where they disguised traditional practices in the church. That's where most of our churches were born. That's why when you go to church, and everything. This is our customs, our African belief that they used to be helping our ancestors, but they were so against us using such things, and that is actually a problem.
So already yaka kerekeng di diruanga tumelong ya sa Africa, they are now demonized. They are seen as demonic activities.
Very much.
But really, kerekeng is not even close to
guys, if there was really heaven, do you think white people will tell us?
No. They wouldn't.
Like with what they observing what they have done to us.
Yeah. They wouldn't.
If that secret was there.
Someone once said the colonizer would use a Bible to numb your thoughts. They would use the Bible. Shoot one of you in the head, they die, and then they'll point the Bible at you. Jesus doesn't want you to fight back. Turn the other cheek. After shooting your ancestors.
Yeah, no. And I think, on the cultural decolonization, I think more lower in the Bible has actually worked for them. Because I think it is the one. Can I re-emphasize the reason why we justify or no DJ Cappuccino was consult we reference the Bible. We say Oscar because Bible
Why was it forced to us to be called non-believers? Why was it so important to be forced to us that the very same people who carried it had a gun on the right-hand side, and if the Bible fails, then is the way of the sword. We must ask ourselves, really. But with all the atrocities that were performed by these people, these white people, if they really loved us and want us to meet Jesus in heaven one day, the Bible that tells us we must forget about everything, all the riches are in heaven. It will be like someone passing through a hole of a needle to make it to heaven if you are rich. Whereas they take everything that belongs to us. They take our land, our livestock. We don't have to own anything. And we now even in turn have to work for them. So it's a bigger agenda that must still be uncovered one day. We are programmed to pray and say, oh God, I'm in trouble and all that. But maybe it's tricky, man. This thing.
Just while we are on that, DJ Cappuccino, I understand the need for us to follow our true religion, like but what harm has the Western religion done to us as Africans, other than shifting us away from Sicho Sarena? Understand what harm has it done?
I think it's not a question what you're doing. It's a statement that you're making, or there's a harm caused by the religion that was brought to us. I think that's what you're saying. That's not a question. You're making a statement.
It's. I want to say we're saying they are imposed like we are colonized because the way we run the local religious, for instance, we are saying no. Uskaya coding again, uskaya this, right? As Christian, as biblical Christians, but religion ela mora, ne? Now, I don't see any wrong to say if ushala that morale as an African, king into elohoreng, ego affect akayona, elohoreng, it's not good for you. You understand? Now, let me highlight this. I know a certain African culture, elohoreng now, Rema twins abelech, one should not, one senji abulai. Right? And those the couple the African beliefs then I can say that in a Christian world that is not allowed. You cannot do that. And that is the benefit. You see the advantage of them now following that religion. So now I want to ask to say now, if they are saving life, as we can say, why shouldn't we go that route? What risk? How can we justify to say, but guys, which is the African ways of doing things?
Yeah, well, you mentioned killing in one of the things that you've mentioned. But I want to touch on something first. Issue tradition.
Yeah.
Tradition, it's coming from the word trade, how people used to trade. And there's an example that was put by Miles Monroe in this way. There's a guy who was married to a wife in modern day America. Then every time they buy these big chickens,
Magalakun, yeah.
Turkey, she used to cut it in half, throw the other half in the bin, cook the other half. And the family eats.
Okay.
So this guy thought maybe it's a mistake and bought another one and observed that the wife is doing that. Then asked the wife, why are you doing this? And the wife said, I don't know, but my mother used to do this. And they said, no, we need to go visit your mom. They went to see the mother in a village somewhere. When they arrived there, the mother mentioned the same thing, or no, I learned this from my mother.
They don't know why.
But my mother is still alive. The grandmother. Then they went to see the grandmother, and the grandmother said, no, man, we never believe that people need to eat more than they should. So because we didn't have fridges, we cut the meat, ate what's enough, and threw away the rest because it was natural. So you can see it's trade and traditions that could have influenced why people believe in maybe why twins. You never know. At some point, they realize that my twins will create problems, will create fights, kill families, fighting for a certain thing in the family. But if also we go back to the Bible, my man, who killed millions in the Bible?
It was God.
Who killed the people of Sodom and Gomorrah?
It was God.
The firstborn of the Egyptians, innocent firstborn, they were killed. Amen. That man has been killed. Remember, he tried to drown us all.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Sure.
Maybe one day, if the devil can tell us the another side of his story, we will understand why he's still alive.
Yeah.
Why their dispute is not solved.
Yeah.
Fine, is God more powerful than devil now? Why are we still having problems with the devil?
Maybe the devil is there to keep us in check.
In check of what? I get the devil is destroy, there to steal, there to do all the bad thing, and God doesn't want that.
Yeah.
If really God could deal decisively with the devil, don't you think he would have done it?
He would have. He would have definitely, just to keep us all good and following his rule.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but
And again, we going to serve him and go to heaven to sing every day. I'm just asking.
DJ Cappuccino, I vote.
No, I'm a man of God. I pray.
Mara, at some stage you get tired of it. I want to say Lorongo can enjoy. At some stage you get tired of it, obviously. But then again, we all want to go to heaven if it's there. No one wants to burn for eternity. You want to burn for eternity. Because that's what
And who would come with a God-loving person? Who would come with such a punishment to burn forever?
I agree, you'll be burning for all the things that you've been misusing your dominion
Also,
for.
they're
You're
saying
for.
Jesus died for our sins. There are people who have died more horrible and more tragic death than being on the cross, and they are tragic deaths.
Yeah.
Tragic. Well, no, those were supposed to be the ones who died for us.
Yeah. Which church do you go to?
I'm a man of God.
Which church?
We go to 3C.
Oh.
My wife is even in Bible school.
Okay.
I even assist her with assignments.
Okay. Do you preach at that church?
No,
Okay.
I don't preach.
Okay.
I was going to be shocked.
No, I don't preach. I don't even
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
associate much with the preachers because I ask questions.
Okay.
Yeah, but I read the Bible a lot, and at some point, we were organizing crusades, trying to turn people into Christ. So through my efforts, there are people who still believe in many things. now.
Yeah. Okay, guys, let me take it back. I think we we deviated. So let me go back to the question I asked you before on qualifications and so forth. I actually wanted to link it to career based on performance. That's something that is happening a lot these days. Our young ones, Likompo has been introduced. Anyone is jumping on Likompo beats and so forth. So the question I want to ask you, I just want to pick your brain about this one. Can I be successful in entertainment through both talent and qualification, or do I need just talent to survive in the entertainment industry?
There's no formula, man.
Yeah.
There are more talented people who are not making it in the industry for various reasons, blowing deals, not taking beautiful decisions enough,
course.
not being at the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
There are untalented people who now we pay to see them, who can show us Serope, nicely so,
Yeah.
but they don't sing better than a Raisibe, Go Khatshweng.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a cocktail of things. Doesn't mean when you have talent,
You make it.
you make it.
Yeah.
I don't think the smartest will be the one leading smart people in an institution of higher
That's
learning.
true. That's true.
It doesn't mean that. So, rakawata.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you
Yeah, but would you say, or if let's say we are both talented, but I have a qualification or a certain level of education, wouldn't you say that it gives me an edge over somebody who's only talented?
I mentioned it before.
Yeah.
Education makes you think differently.
Yeah.
Education is powerful, guys, beyond measure. In one, adapting to situations and making sense of them and contributing.
Yeah.
Education, it's important. We need to have it.
Yeah.
But we also need to have it in a way that it is not consuming us to think that the paper itself must do stuff. We must think. But if you went through a program, you think differently. You see. So I would believe you might actually even do better or make better decisions as an educated person than when you know.
That's true. That's true. There's some people who are just organically smart. Those people are just born wise.
Yeah.
Even without paper, those people can still give you the best advice ever. I mean, our
Yeah.
parents didn't go to school, but still go to your mom and ask for advice. They give you the best advice ever.
Yeah.
So it's fine, man. I want to ask you about music in particular. Firstly, I just want to ask you, who's your favorite Likompo artist today?
Hey man, babetha demands. I dance to Lukompo like nobody else's. I love them all for some reason. Besides the fact that the songs sound the same, uh, they stretched that log drum and made it compo-ish. But I love the energy. You see, so I roll with them. I roll with all of them with charisma. I love her so much. Snowflake, all these girls, better. And then I'm loving the wave because we are setting trends as a province, and I've also seen how festivals now are dominated by our people. You know, I think Babette became smarter from a producer and now has branded himself well to also get bookings and all that. So, man, I'm loving the Lukompo wave. I wish it shouldn't stop. I still feel that there's more.
Yeah.
And you see now it's getting attention outside because of the energy, the dance, and what it pushes.
Moving, yeah. So that's beautiful. Who do you think is going to get like Song of the Year?
I don't know,
Limpopo.
man. I don't know. In the province or in South Africa, I see there's this song that is now trending, Birimaru.
Yeah.
But guys, our songs, Chok Slam is something else. guys.
You see now.
Chok Slam is something else. It should be given a chance. Whoever wins will know that number 2 Yaka is a very strong song. So I'm glad seeing what we are seeing now.
So Lukompo Shile, I want to ask you from a perspective, Yamuto Elong has been in the game for quite some time. The age, I think age, Leona, is a contributing factor. You'd be able to answer this question. The link between the music we had in the past or the entertainment industry in the past, the link between that one and this one of today, how did the one in the past pioneer a way for the one today to be what it is?
I don't have an answer for that.
Yeah.
But what I've seen is that Lukompo, they are telling stories.
Yeah.
They are telling societal stories.
Yeah.
Mama ngodiang uska hloya batho uska itia betere unana romang GBV and everything. There's the stories behind the songs.
Of course.
It's what's going to sustain the genre itself.
Yeah.
And then I think they also took that from the past because in the past songs were all about telling a story than the beat itself. You would want to actually get some, and that's how Kim Munata came to the field. It will be something that stays in your mind. And as he progressed with other songs, he's telling stories about Matswala, and all that. So if we don't stop telling stories, we're likely to sustain Lukompo and also be able to link it to the past hits that before.
Okay. So again, not really as a follow-up, but because of your experience, I'm going to ask you this one. Who would you say is the one who pioneered the genre? Basically, I don't want to say Lukompo particularly, but the sound we have in Limpopo, Lukompo, Polo House, this sound we are hearing in Limpopo, I think they have
I haven't researched much who, Mara, we also have to give credit to Bolo guys. They were already guys have started something, a wave, and they've been consistent at it for a long time. And that is what gave birth to what we are seeing. And if you can check, most of the first Makompos were in Kilobetu. And some of the big hits are still in Kilobetu. So that seed that they planted with Bolo House, hey man, I'm forever grateful for that. And it makes me proud as a person from Limpopo to be associated with such.
So, just to sustain it, because I'm all about sustainability and something lasting longer. Music gender didn't really at home. I don't know, for example, like Kom. I think Kom is dying out. It only exists Durban.
I was trying to even, so sorry to cut you there.
Yeah, it's fine.
To even make a comparison between Kom and Lukompo because it's the same up tempo.
Of course.
Kom, they were not telling stories. Kaka, oh yeah, sha. Get pants. Oh yeah, sha. Babula. But with us, we telling stories. Onale moto, rekisa the drugs, ramotseva kofela. Hey
guys, I don't know anyone.
Kilokom,
Amen. I was joking.
Nanga muncha. Galawanchan
Guys.
then people will dance to that.
All right. So, big mistake. You know what I wanted to say? How do we sustain it though? Apart from, I know what you're saying, I hear it in all of the songs. Karishma wo pela ka kile ke tloga khoning ya geshu ka kopana le matlome a ra tsene ka geshu a re tlhobola di keeper 1 2 3 mona da o bolela ka bo magokele mene ba fitla monno mongwe ga go ba motseba ba mpotse so on and so forth. Those stories are the ones that
The best storyteller
they
ever.
define the genre. So from the production side of things, from the financial side of things, in terms of sustaining it in totality, so that we don't have these guys being one hit wonders and in future after 2 years or 3 that guy who was rich gigging a lot is no longer nowhere to be found.
No, but that is it's financial management.
Yeah.
Now there's this trend, the sports cars
Yeah.
that we have seen the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, fine. Some are making hundreds of millions. We understand that. But how sustainable that is there books, okay, le SARS, and many other things. So, key financial literacy.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with anything. It's individuals knowing what, like, my money must take care of me
Yeah.
later, and my money must be able to help me to even switch to other genres.
Yeah.
If people can observe what Maporesa did from his career at home, he's been able to switch on.
Yeah.
Hotla Afro, Afro, because of also had even the muzzle, the money to back it.
Yeah.
So, Rena, if we don't manage our consumption, Yazaka, we are going to cry.
Yeah.
We are going to ask for donations when we die. We are going to say, Kiropil,
Yeah.
Banropil and everything,
That's
but
very
forgetting
painful.
what you have done with your money when you are having it.
Yeah. That's very, very painful. Nna ke kwa botlhoko ke bona artist, but I mean this guy, we always assume these guys have a lot of money. Even though ba sa giga as much, we always assume they have money stashed somewhere. Mara e motho a lwala ya sepetlele, now they're saying fund this guy unyaka eng. They are now poor, they can't be buried and so forth.
Yeah.
So it's very, very, very painful. So ke nyaka go botsisha mo. I like to quote Hero on this one because what he said will always remain in my head about us having a working industry in the province. He said something like, for us to be able to sustain the province, the music industry in the province, we just need to have an industry of music that works and is able to pay everyone who contributes in it. You get it? So I want to ask, check it from you. Can we really survive without Johannesburg, without Gauteng, where one can say is the,
No, we are. We are surviving.
Yeah.
Our artists are getting bookings and making a lot of money here in the province.
Yeah.
And it's what we've been fighting for, especially even the conception of the Limpopo Music Awards.
Yeah.
It's also to bring a sense of pride,
Yeah.
more our artists and even our promoters to be able to prioritize our artists. I was very happy yesterday at Mapungu, looking at the lineup, how much they've prioritized Limpopo artists.
Yeah.
So I was like, we are actually a step to another direction. And you look at other lineups,
Yeah.
we look at other lineups in the province, you'll realize that we have 100% Limpopo lineup and it still get packed. And that has been my dream, to see shows like that. In fact, I always look at people with disgust when their lineups is actually mostly people from outside who come here high on whatever drugs similar to the ones that your neighbor is selling and not even giving out and performing to their fullest.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm talking about? So my point is that the mentality, the mindset has changed now.
Yeah.
You look at from even our public sector, government departments, municipalities, they are prioritizing our artists. Now, we are no longer like Kale, where we were crazy about some guys because Bafitile toll gate.
Yeah.
And such we need to crash.
Yeah.
Leaving us whenever we organize. We need to, in platform like this, we need to, when there's a new hit, we need to talk about it. We need to commend these guys. We need to advise them. we need to wish them well
Yeah.
on platforms like this.
Yeah.
So, man,
Yeah.
we're on the right direction.
Yeah.
Mm.
Wara, before I
Okay.
shift away.
Yeah, before we shift. So DJ is saying we can actually be able to break the barriers from Limpopo and then as an industry grow up, make global superstars without having to, go
We've
to
broken them. We've broken them. Is it like our artists, after they make it, they detach from them being Limpopians. But we've broken it. We've got case studies of Cards, Master KG. Monata Ibile managed to do it, Alemo.
Yeah.
Mamang, still there in the villages. I'm very proud of that boy. So, my point is that whenever we get a taste of national, we always abandon Limpopo and look at it as backward. Reina, the people from Limpopo. Look at it as a backward thing and worship anything that is actually from that other side of town. But now we can be solid as artists from Limpopo. Yeah. And then that's why I'm publishing an article about Kim Monada, melodic trapestry, what he has done with the language of Kilobedu, and how he stayed true to his roots. It's something that we need to do. These artists of ours shouldn't now, because of Limpopo is getting traction even outside the province, think for them to justify that they've arrived, they must now stay in Midrand.
Yeah.
And everything. And when they come here, they've lost that thing. We need to combat that because we're not going to grow.
Yes.
As Daideng. But what dilute her. And have a tackle fatsekwa, they'll want to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hero, I'm moving away from Legomp. You good? Give Hero a mic, man. It's not good. I know it's not. Ask a question because I'm not coming back here. Okay. I'm moving now. DJ, I want to ask you about entrepreneurship. I know you're an entrepreneur, right? So
He is. He's a serial entrepreneur.
Yeah,
I want to ask, did you always know that that's where you wanted to be, or did it just happen as other things just happen in your life?
No, man. I think part of the reason I resigned Kosasol was the ideas I had. But it's also, entrepreneurship is hard, it's difficult, it's lonely, it's challenging. But in a sense of freedom, which is something I think is what I was yearning for. The fact that I couldn't read any material when I met Sasol. I couldn't behave this way, I couldn't talk to other people. It made me realize, I'm not as free as I want to be. So the journey of entrepreneurship is nice because there's freedom that comes with it. And I always tell people, Kerem, we should do away with this thing, and I'm passionate about this. We should look for opportunities, and when we see them, go all out to take those opportunities. We should be opportunists. So my point is that money is money was in the account. Whether we register matoko money, whether we unfortunately whether we register drugs, which is bad. As long as you're not breaking the law and an opportunity presents yourself. If now you tell me there's a contract there, lorry, and this is much, it's an opportunity that I'm going to go all out. If I need to be called Mr. Masepa, it's fine. You get what's the mindset that I'm telling you. So my point is that when we limit ourselves, the whole concept, no, you must be passionate. I'm good at doing things I don't like, but doing them well. Ask me if I love DJing. I don't think so. But I'm good at it. I've actually mastered and polished my craft to a point where I can even play any genre with ease. But if you say I love it, I'm passionate, no. That's why sometimes I have to drink in order for me to play good sets, because I analyze a lot as I'm playing. What am I doing to these kids? You see, so my point is that you don't need to love something to be good at. No.
I get it.
You just need to be good at what you
That's powerful. That's powerful.
You have something, right?
I'm saying what he's saying is powerful.
Okay.
It's very, very
Okay. So I want to ask you, tell me about your Matlasedi media and communication. You told me like 2005. So I want to check with you, What was the idea behind its establishment?
Oh, it was. We saw an opportunity. At that time, it was issue offering audiovisual services to the government. By
Yeah.
then, there were road shows every day
Yes.
from all departments,
Yeah.
and they needed services like visual screens, sound, and all that. Then we saw an opportunity to come in there. Then we also saw an opportunity at media buying. And that is actually the reason I went to study media studies.
Okay.
When I established my company, Mahlasedi, that's when I registered for a media studies degree, at least to learn, to have a background, a theoretical framework that I need for the media. And that's what led to that. It's not like I loved the media. I don't even know. I don't love the media.
Yeah.
You must use your heart and love for your family, your kids if you have kids, and your loved one.
Yeah.
Don't actually dilute that. It was an opportunity, but I thought for me to be a bit a step ahead, I must understand it and know more. But then the industry changed because we relied on public sector, the government, and things changed. We no longer got the deals that we got. The market got saturated. Now people who used to give us business, who are politicians, are now in business. You see, it changes the whole dynamics. Then you must start now to think out of the box. How do you survive? How do you go? Private companies, most of them are not even, their head offices are not even here. They're in Gauteng, Cape Town, and Durban, and all that. So that's, I'm trying to give you the journey why I got into that, why I did what I did, what Master said is doing. So it was basically that. We saw an opportunity. We went. Then now that's why we are seeing an opportunity in publishing academic articles. What we get paid for that. You know, we are now in the podcasting space like you. We are struggling podcasters. You know,
Guys, let's go. Let's keep going.
like, and a very interesting thing, the masters I'm doing now, it's about podcasting. But my data came from 3 top podcasters looking at subscriptions.
Of course.
And I think you know them.
That has to be Richie B, Limpopo Podcast. Who else?
McG.
Eh?
McG.
No. McG, we don't even
Oh, it's
classify
only okay.
Limpopo.
Who's the third one?
1 hour show.
Oh, 1 hour.
But we appreciate. But he stopped.
Yes.
But if you check now, he's still number 3.
Yeah.
He's still number 3. And the number of subscriptions.
Of course.
Yeah. By default, number 4 is Just Talk with DJ Cappuccino.
Yeah.
So
Had
we
to
are
be
coming.
acknowledged.
That's
coming.
true. That's true, man. I saw your subscription is a bit
We are
high.
coming.
Yeah.
Look, here's highlighted something I'd like to ask DJ. So, based on your experience, how important is political affiliation as an entrepreneur?
Well, political affiliation can be a blessing and a curse at the same time. Your association with a certain political party can benefit you or can disadvantage you. And now it's even worse. You can be associated with a certain party, associated with some leaders, and there are factions also in the very same party, whereby the other leaders gain power and they deal with you. So you can. What I can say is that be good at what you do. Let politicians and political parties need you than you need them to rise. Let them want you. You look at now, through the ANC government, Winnie was performing at Mapungupi. Friday, she was performing at EFF opening.
Yeah. I saw her there.
You understand? So they need her to be there, whether you like them or not.
Yeah.
So we should also try or occupy a certain space where they need you, whether they love you or not.
So would it be a good idea for like an artist or an entertainer to affiliate with a certain?
I don't think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
This way, how it can actually jeopardize business. But I encourage political consciousness. We need to be political conscious. Other societal issues that you want to raise, that you are raising, you will raise them here until you are old.
Yeah.
But until you have a political platform to raise such. That's why you shouldn't be afraid to use the platform to give your genuine political beliefs.
Yeah.
You shouldn't. I believe that's how we can actually impact and change our generation that is coming. So, with me, I think many knows that which party I could be. Maybe I could have voted for.
Yeah.
Last elections. Mara, I have performed where I'm called.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. Anything, Mara? Okay. Since really more politicking, EFF is doing their
Yes,
NPA.
I was following it closely.
Yeah. The new top 6, what do you think?
It's it's okay, unless if there's one thing you want to comment about.
No. I don't want to comment
Is
on
the
anything
decision
apart
of-
from what you call Ngozi being absent. Like they're refusing to tell us that. I'm just hoping someone could just come and tell us what's going on.
What do you think happened?
With Ngozi. No, I think what happened is I think he either doesn't want to be politically affiliated anymore, he wants to pursue a career elsewhere outside of politics, or he wants to leave the EFF to the MK and follow his friends, Wu Floyd. And what I think made Wu Floyd to leave was it could have been possible that Julius Malema refused to join what you call this national government of national unity, refused to join, where some of those guys could have gotten like ministerial positions and so forth. So according to me, I think that's why they left.
Are you sure Julius refused?
No, I'm not. I'm saying I think so. I mean, I get at a distance.
I
from a
doubt he
distance
refused.
we are
In fact, rumor says
Yeah.
the person who refused was Floyd.
Floyd.
That's the rumor
Okay.
about the GNU thing. But you know, rumors
Yeah.
will always be spread. And
Yeah.
everything. But I'm telling you, the issue and those, there's more than the eyes can see. But I also think maybe EFF should have a much more comprehensive way to communicate it. I suspect that the first one, he wants to take an academic career,
Yeah.
and he does no longer want to participate. And then that's why it affected them to realize that he's no longer part of them. That's what I suspect.
Yeah. Now that one, I think it's highly possible.
Yeah.
Because Ndlozi being the vocal person, he's very vocal on
Yeah,
on
no,
Twitter,
and
so-
he's a hard worker. He's got
Yeah.
charisma. He can put things in perspective. So I doubt that. I don't think he was sidelined, or even the narrative that is sidelined because of he knew that Freud was leaving. No, I think it goes with his personal ambitions
Yeah.
that are no longer aligned with fighting for the revolution and being a fighter.
Yeah.
Maybe just want to be a lukewarm member. And also, he, in a process where there's an attack and there's turmoil, and you are a prominent leader and you are quiet, what does it say?
Raises a lot of questions.
You see, then now would be,
Raises a
I'll
lot
have a
of
problem with you.
Yeah.
Now, if they attack you, they steal one of your cameras, and then all of you, Hero is quiet.
Now be like Hero knows something.
Hero has
He
told
knows
those people
something.
to do that.
He can't just keep quiet when we're suffering like this.
And you have a say, you have a following.
Yeah.
You can't even say, make a video clip
Yeah.
and say, I'm still a fighter, we are going to fight. Those who go must go. So the politics that Ndlozi played, I doubt if they're okay, but we'll still have to uncover what happened behind the
Yeah,
scenes.
I think we'll find out sooner or later. We'll find
So,
out.
so the takeaway from what you guys are saying, Gore, Ngozi, give the reason why not as a part of the top 6. So, did you believe, or based on the politics, the EFF management was like, there's no way we can give somebody who's
No, but
involved in
remember the
this a
top 6.
political role. Yeah.
The top 6 is decided by the assembly, the members. It's not like the top 6 decide who must be the top 6. It's the members. But did he avail himself?
No, he was absent. Didn't come.
Then how can he make it to the top 6?
Didn't come.
I mean, obviously politically, there is a way to send a message. There is a way to, sideline somebody, even though on on the outside, we can say, okay, you are free to say and do whatever. You're still part of the member. But the people that are influential inside can actually sideline you in such a way that you're subliminally, you will get the message to say, but that's not something
No,
that
if-
I should go for.
My point is that if the masses want you, you will avail yourself and the masses will elect you.
Yeah.
You see. So he was never available.
Yeah.
He never uttered a statement. He never said anything. So what does it say about him?
Noted.
Hey, politiki ke ntho nngwe. Goldrich Gadi is now the new deputy president. A few weeks ago, I think, if not 2 months ago, a month and some weeks, there was an issue with a student from I forgot which institution. That guy was saying the leader of the party is actually pushing for Goldrich Gadi to take the position of deputy president, whereas the party doesn't allow for someone to be canvassing for another person's name before the NPA. That boy, I think that boy was expelled or something. Today, Goldrich Gadi is now occupying that position. So I guess it's something we'll never.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Politics
sure,
are just
sure,
tricky.
Sure.
Can we move away from this?
No, I think
Unless
we
you guys
can.
have something
I think
to
we
add.
can. I think
Yeah.
Rachel Pile.
Yeah. So I want to ask about the foundation of Limpopo Music Awards. How did that come about? Really, Toma, Litomile ka megopolo efe?
Mainly sense of pride.
Yeah.
Our artists and building a sustainable industry.
Yeah.
Building an industry whereby Limpopo artists take a center stage and dominate our events. That's why at Limpopo Music Awards, it's 100% Limpopo artists to perform, who participate. We are showing that we can do it. And it has exposed artists. They is passed through the stage.
Yeah.
They have the awards. Your Makazis, your Master Cages, your Monatas, they've passed that stage. That's what I'm happy about. And then we had challenges this year, but next week we are announcing who won. We were waiting for the auditors because our SMSs are audited by an audit company. So next week we're going to announce who won.
Yeah.
Who won Song of the Year.
Yeah.
According to Limpopo Music Awards and everything. So, but it was also to build an industry, sense of pride, because we have been overlooked for a long time, where we are booked and then you'll find that in government, they hero worship someone who's coming from outside,
Yeah.
who's not even offering half of what you are offering here, but because of you have seen them on TV. So I'm glad that the other thing was that about the Limpopo Music Awards is to create our own celebrities and cement their stay in the industry so that we can celebrate and book them.
Yeah. So, what does it mean, according to you, winning an award for my work as an artist? According to you, what does that mean for me as an artist?
You're the best
winning
this
an
year.
award. Yeah.
You are the best
Yeah.
amongst the category.
What doors that are open for
It
me?
has opened
Yeah.
the exposure, what media will try it. It has started to create gigs. Ibile Rena, we were directly linked to Mapungupe. You can't win the best gospel and not be involved.
Yeah.
Best male artist and not be involved.
Yeah.
Best jazz artist not be involved. We're directly linked.
Yeah.
Because we are saying that you're the best among the best in the province.
Yeah.
So it's a platform on its own, winning that accolade. We are ordaining you.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
oblige.
Yeah. Legit.
Yeah.
People can
And
book
and
you now.
it has worked.
Yeah. Yeah.
It has worked perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lady challenge this year with
Yeah. We
sponsorship.
got people who promised to give us money
Yeah.
and didn't give us anything, including the government.
That's sad. That's sad. So, let's avoid doing that thing in future. Like,
No,
because-
unfortunately, we rely on sponsors, but
Yeah.
we need to do it differently. We need to dig more on, go back to the drawing board.
yeah.
Because initially we were focusing on private companies
Yeah.
than the government, which is also politically managed
Yeah.
or controlled.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they've tried. I mean, even our journey with the government was good. They've been helping us a lot. We are also hoping to fix things and signed MOUs early next year, so that we can have things in documents and we sign them and do things right. And so that they can even set the budget for us before it's April. So we're going to try to do things differently. Close funders while there's still time. Sign contracts while there's still time. So that we can actually move with this.
So nagi concern ya ka e kgolo kgolo, it's regaining the trust. I mean, Limpopo Music Awards for now, it's this platform where all of our artists in Limpopo can actually get their recognition. They are, something that says we are verified artists from Limpopo and we are recognized by our community.
Limpopo Music Awards didn't fail. We failed as a province.
Of course.
All of us.
Of course.
We failed to contribute. We failed to take out even 50 rands and say, I believe in this project. It must go. So we should have now lost confidence in ourselves, not the brand. It will still happen. We're going to announce, we're going to continue with the vision. So those who want to say that we don't have confidence, they must actually say we don't have confidence in ourselves because we didn't do anything.
To save this year's...
they were buying Red Bulls. We needed money for Red Bull.
Come on. Hey, man. No, but it's fine. I get it. It's fine, I get it. Like on a positive note, we still want people to engage again with the Limpopo Music Awards. Still want people to, do those SMSs and vote next year. When you guys have gone back to plan again, to put your things in order, signed your MOUs and closed all those sponsors.
When we launch them properly, we must launch them with our major stakeholders who also confirm. Because before we say vote, our stakeholders must be speaking
Everyone
that we are
has
behind.
confirmed.
We are done. We are ready now. And more ready than last year.
So it's fine. I think I get it. Unless you guys wanna. You had a question. Give Ian. I think Ian has a question. You're fine. Okay, let's move. Like elevator.
When people, Mena, I wanted to ask Rory, how was it possible for the government, especially the government, to pull out of the LIMAs?
It's logistical and also budget constraints. Some funds were directed somewhere and should have actually been secured in time. So it's an issue here doing things in time. It is not a total abandonment. They realized that there is no money for that. It was not planned. The money went somewhere. And this is something that we're going to try to secure the money before next year.
So let me ask another question. Is it not possible for the sponsors, the main sponsors who pulled out, to talk about why they pulled out? Because now it looks like LIMAs failed on its own.
No, we didn't shy away from telling people why we failed. We failed because of money. How many things did you want to do and you couldn't do because of money? A lot. I see you love sneakers. There are some sneakers you want now. You can't buy because of money. So for us to be ashamed and say we failed because we are broke, the LIMAs are broke. And then the type of production we want, it needs money. Because we don't play there. We don't come and put things in there. The LIMAs, since the beginning, we've been pushing the best production. We can't compromise the production for the sake of having awards. But we want to reach a point where the province understand that this project is not my project. It's their project. It's their own baby. They should, if Baiti Mamang, who can help, when a man a Wutikana MTN, sponsor, can't you work with these people? Mamang can't you work with these people? So it is us collectively, it is you as podcasters to say voluntarily, guys, we have the nominees for the 2025 Limpopo Music Awards, which are our what do you think about categories? SMS, push, this is our baby. It is up to us.
So us as Limpopians, we want to grow, but re nyaka go blame motho individually. So
Exactly.
re ke ena fetšeng.
Yeah.
But ka moka re nyaka go gola. If it grows, we'll be happy and celebrate or re gotše. We won't say DJ
Yeah.
Cappuccino o gotše.
It has never been my project. It has been a project to uplift the province. And that's why I'm not ashamed. I don't even feel no. We have standards, we said. Our production costs around 650,000. If we don't have it, we can't have a production.
What's the significance of this, the prestige? Like, you are big on to say, okay, things have to be things have to be up there. But
Then you realize it's not a clumsy, it's not a Mickey Mouse award. You know, it's not a Mickey Mouse award. We've had awards where people get a lot of money from Lotto. They could still not do what we do
yeah.
because of even how we arrange the performances, the setup, the flow. So it takes a lot.
Yeah.
You understand? So if we don't have that budget for that, the production manager does to run the team to run and make sure things work. We're spending close to 80,000. People to run. Abatli speaker. They're just bringing their brains. So when it fails, and for those who have been to the awards, they know what we do. They know when we say we don't have money for production, what we mean.
Yeah.
And we didn't want it to look like those 21st birthday that many people call ours.
Yeah.
We didn't want that. That's why we said we'll rather stage it when things are right.
Yeah. You saw my wife, you good?
So, yeah, just the follow up, the last questions. But DJ, if one can say, but with all these challenges, and of course the bar where the bar has been set because of the previous LIMAs, the bar has been here. Is it not possible to say, okay, look, we are having challenges financially, and we all know that the LIMAs, the standards is very high. But for this year, this is where the bar is going to be. But the intention and going forward, we're going to take it here and then gradually increase to where we want to be. In a light, or in that process, you want to make sure that everything, the consistency, like people we know what every year. For instance, now if then we are going to have like skepticality next year to say, but this year, this year,
We had skeptics even before when we started that we will never produce such a show. If you are, I don't know how, Marabari, it's a must, you must have a baby every year. And they check your sperm quality. That this year, if you make a baby, you're likely to make a baby was in grant.
Yeah.
Would you make a baby
No.
for the sake of making a baby?
No.
That's the LIMAs. We didn't want a half-cooked
Yeah.
thing.
Which makes a lot of sense, guys.
It does.
Yeah,
It does.
makes a lot of sense. Like I was saying, for me, I want it to be successful. I don't want it to be mediocre. If they were to do it this year, they shouldn't have done it because because of that.
Yeah.
There are years
Yeah.
summers didn't happen.
Of course. Of course.
There are years the metros didn't happen. Did the
course.
metros happen this year?
No.
No, they didn't.
They don't have budget.
Yeah.
No.
So why must I, from Limpopo, province, beautiful province, worry when I don't have a budget? Industrial.
I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
so no.
You
We
know
will
what?
do it when we are fine.
Of course.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
next year, most definitely, we're going back to be fine.
Renaibile, we are still saying we are still going to award in terms of the SMSs.
Yeah.
We're going to announce next week.
Yeah. Now we're
Song of the
looking
year.
forward.
You're gonna know who's song of the year.
You're announcing on your
Oh, we're going to do it virtually. We're going to now, and also when you go to social media site, you'll see the flyers category. So you win Nekemang. But we're going to have something on YouTube that shows
like
categories.
they
and
did graduations in
like during
during
COVID.
COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys just like I don't know, I suggest find just a place. I think you can find a place where someone can dress nicely and be there too, so that it can be engaging. Watch it live.
What's going to happen? We're going to have someone
Yeah,
to present.
yeah.
But we prefer pre-recording it
Okay.
to make sure that it's crisp and clean.
Yeah.
We still have to decide about that, whether it's live or not.
Yeah.
Somebody to announce, but also for you to be able to. And then we have a team, social media, that will immediately, when we say the winner is on Twitter, on our
Then we
account,
are there. We want to watch it live.
it shows,
and
yeah,
comment
live,
and
yeah,
everything.
and comment and criticize. That would be nice, yeah.
Yeah.
So the main takeaway, you know, the LIMAs, it's quality or nothing. It's quality
That's
or
what they're
nothing.
saying.
Okay.
That's
Especially the main show, man. We want. What we have done is that when an artist performs at the Limas
Yeah.
and take that clip, it becomes a selling point.
Yeah.
You look at a star. You understand what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You see a star and you start to say, if I have this person on my show will be successful.
Sure.
The pictures, we'll have a team of photographers.
Yeah.
6, 7 different photographers, don't know their names. Fananya na utshwere school bag aside.
Yeah.
Why itu yena o nyaka angle tse bjang.
Yeah.
So that an artist have posted those things. Ara was at a Lima, someone can say,
beautiful pictures.
who's this
Yeah.
guy?
Yeah.
That is actually on our mind. So
Yeah.
production includes that, includes so many things that come. The video clips,
Yeah.
everything. So if we compromise that, then we it was an excuse to go drink alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I get it.
Okay.
Are you guys satisfied?
Last one.
It's fine.
That's a relative. You know, Libas,
Let's say it, man.
especially now,
Yeah.
just the last one, especially now that Lokombo is doing what it's
Yeah.
doing. I understand. But I just want to know if you can disclose, DJ, or although the little the announcer like that, so the artist is still about to out of that, everything in the
No.
department.
We've never given money
Yeah.
to artists.
Okay.
It's not. It's we're giving you a statuette. Our
Okay.
statuette, those who have them, what's about no suit.
Yeah.
It's cast aluminium iron with all these alloys.
Sure.
It's
Sure.
heavy. It's expensive.
Yeah.
But it's honor. They're still going to get that thing. Those who are going to win.
Yeah.
Tabadi Tsuereba, they're going to put them on the table.
Sure.
And Ibile, this one is a special award.
Yeah.
It's a black one. Unfortunately, the first black one didn't have a show.
Yeah.
But you will see when our artists touch those awards,
Yeah.
how they're going to feel about it.
There you have it.
I can't wait to see them.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see them. So, politics aside, guys. Now, my thing is, I want to get the background of the Lima Awards, the foundation of it, and its importance to our society. You know. So, the Lima Awards, compared to like the national awards, international awards, how does it help an artist getting a Lima? How does it help them to get exposure enough to reach the SAMAs and BETs and so on and so forth?
It is not actually the intention.
Yeah.
The intention is to celebrate our own and know that this is the best we have. Ke mfana rena wa kwa Gatshweni, o tseba bolo. This year, ke yena top goal scorer ya rena. That is what is important. And then we have seen those awards that you're talking about have bad shows.
Yeah.
We have seen them. Maybe this thing out not having awards, it's not worrying me much. When did you watch Channel O Awards? You see, they do them when they have all the resources available.
yeah.
So who am I? Must I be afraid? And then what must I do? Sell my house?
No.
I can't sell my house so that we can have awards.
Yeah.
But I can only go back to the drawing board, see if I can do things. Like, for instance, one thing that we're going to do, we want to appoint a board next year. We want to appoint full-time salespeople. We want to appoint a new CEO. I want to step down. Hero, are you ready? Yeah. We want we want to remove the DJ Cappuccino thing
Yeah.
on the awards. It must be awards that the generation that's coming must forget.
Yeah.
They must just look at them as a brand, because summers, when you think of summer, you think of the summer, not
Summer,
cappuccino.
not- yeah,
So
not
now,
attached to
I don't want this thing here. When you think of awards, you think of cappuccino.
Yeah.
So I'm willing. I tried it before. Appointed someone to be a CEO, and within 2 weeks, was saying I can't do this, and I had to go back. But we're desperately looking for someone to take over. So the first step, we're going to appoint the board. The board will look for a CEO.
So what do I have to be to qualify?
They will announce the board. They will decide what kind of person they want.
To be a board member?
It will be announced. But obviously, you must have a track record in the
Yeah.
music industry. Follow it, love it, being in the space. You know, so many things.
Huge following, obviously.
No. We're not talking about following. You following the
Like you
industry.
must know what's
not
happening.
you being followed.
Okay.
Not you.
I see,
Yeah,
I see.
being on the ground, understanding the basic. But now you understand the compo more than me. What? Somebody who understands or can come and contribute and say, I think for us to do things differently with regard to this genre,
Yes.
this is what we can bring and
Yes.
do. Yeah.
That's beautiful, guys.
Yeah. So we're going to look at the CVs and decide. I think once we can have a solid board, doesn't have to be big.
Yeah.
Have 5 people who are committed about the industry, who love the industry. I think the awards can still go somewhere. Yeah.
Definitely.
I want to close it down, guys. I think we've spoken a lot. So, DJ Cappuccino, looking back at everything that you have achieved, everything that the LIMAs has achieved, what would you say was your biggest highlight about the LIMAs and about your life in general?
About the LIMAs is cracking stars, is cracking unknown stars. We had a theme here, I'm an African. The first day I saw this young girl from Bulebedu, Asa Paraditlaku, singing Mutlanalo. Discovering such. You understand what I'm talking about? Discovering that thing, you watch a rehearsal and go like, damn, these people are from my province. When we discover that, Evan Malebu, Oko Mamelodi, Mara is a boy from Skuku.
Yeah.
And we ask him, and we say, come. We know that is the beauty of it. And then this year, we had, the saddest thing about this year, we had more talent than all these other years.
Guys.
Remember, we couldn't even narrow down, we always narrow down categories to 5.
Yeah.
The combo, we couldn't narrow it to 5.
You can't.
We had 10.
You can't. Yeah.
That's how tough. But one thing I'm crying about is that I don't know if we'll get the talent we had this year. But again, I'm saying, things happen for a reason. One of the reasons we didn't have money. But we'll get it right.
No.
So the highlights of the LIMAs is, I'm not interested in stars.
Yes.
That's why when the people who are thinking are big, but no, we can't participate, I don't worry.
Yeah.
My interest came from nowhere. Then this boy, we realize we have something here.
Yeah.
And the person is now known. Newspapers write about him.
Yeah.
He start to get bookings. Then our job is done.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Mobo Pilomba, DJ Cappuccino, what's the biggest highlight?
I'm still looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Guys, I think we are done here. If you guys have anything to say lastly.
Just
before
the
I
last one.
Yeah.
Hey, I feel like the last one. Yung way out. But DJ Cappuccino, we have a generational gap, like in the musically in the province. What do you think we can do? What's your suggestion to close that? And I'm saying this because, for instance, we knew Limpopo has been there, Kari, Gabo Ragzin, Gabo DJ, Wobo call me, all those guys. But now Rene Limpopo, and it's as if behavior, as if really any space for those guys to come and then play Karamaketo or Mwadiralano, because I think we're having the best year musically Limpopo in a very long time.
Yeah.
So how do we bridge that gap so that even the artists we always knew or can be able to participate in the golden era Yarena Limpopo?
I don't know, man. I don't want to sound like I know all the answers, how we can bridge the gap, as you are saying. And maybe we understand what you mean by bridging the gap. But we are at the right direction right now. When we observe Bolo and Limpopo.
Yeah.
We are the only province who created genres.
Yeah.
we created genres. So we must be proud. Other provinces are stuck and stagnant. And the reason we created genres, I think we also contributed as Limpopo Music Awards in sustaining and going to do. You know, the other reason I want to have a CEO is that next year we are doing Eastern Cape Music Awards for the first time. We are doing Free State Music Awards for the first time. And also Northwest. And I'm going to be involved in such projects. And then I know that my heart is here, but I want capable people to take this one. And then now I'm going to be working very hard. And then one thing you're going to notice, on those provinces that we are going to start those awards, the industry is going to change.
Yeah, definitely.
We are going to uncover. Pela, the purpose of the LIMAs is, besides celebrating brilliance, is to uncover that one that we don't know.
Yeah.
That one we don't know is there. Ritomunja.
Yeah. Guys, hero. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
I didn't really have much to say, but I wanted to ask. The board, ne? When you look for people, are you looking for a paper or are you just looking for capable people?
A paper? What do you mean paper?
Like qualifications.
No. We're going to look at a body of work. A person, and how involved are you in the music industry?
So how do you get to check that? Because now, honestly speaking, I want to be involved.
Interested.
I'm very interested.
You'll send your bio telling us what you have done.
Okay.
And then we'll look at that and compare it with the
What
other
others
person.
are.
But the point is, we want to come up with the best.
Yeah.
And people who have their hearts at the right place
Yeah.
for this iconic project. And then to have a sense of pride,
Yes.
to put it, to do everything in your power to make sure that it happens and it goes accordingly. So we're not looking for a master of music. You understand?
Yeah.
We're not looking for that. We are looking for an individual. You could be managing a traditional dance group in your village. You make sure that they travel, they go somewhere. These people have come, some by a tertiary and some come, but you've been consistent. It could be something we need from you. No one. We don't need to be famous. Even for us, I believe for us to have a solid boss, it should be even people that they're not even much known, but their jobs speak more volume. But it's going to be a tough contestation. You know, it's going to be a very tough contestation. Mara, as a podcast, you can always be associated with the LIMAs.
Of course.
We can always find the ways. We didn't do what we have planned, but I've seen Limpopo podcast.
Yeah.
I didn't know him. First time I met him was saying, we want to be part of the LIMAs.
Oh.
How can we help? And they were there announcing on the show. On the day of the event, they came, set up, interviewed artists, got content for themselves.
Yeah.
You see, it can be many things. Maybe, for instance, we because it would be nice that the LIMAs have working the outreach.
Of course.
Maybe we have an outreach in, what is your district, your region? King, not Fitakom. Nkumpi. Yeah. Maybe we have we have an outreach in Lepelle and Nkumpi.
Yeah.
Then your podcast comes and interview some of these youngsters. Then you make sure that you realize that from the that participation, we uncover someone at le shopo. Ara na peke blind na nanga ba tseya ka rap.
Yeah.
Ra rap ara ku shisha ore na ke tseba ko tevele ke la for that. Look what mfano wa vaya. Can't we are creating broto for mfano. In a ramokensa mainstream, and it's through you as a podcast. So there's so much that I think I want people to look at the project as it is our Limpopo thing.
Yeah.
When you have a suggestion, you must be easy willing to come and say, hey man, this can be done this way. We don't like this. This is wrong. Freely, but because of what you want it to succeed.
Yeah. Makes a lot of sense. Give Ian.
Why are you looking at me like that?
No, I'm looking at you to say something.
DJ Cappuccino, as a well-known DJ, I want to know if you have a school of teaching people how to DJ, or you are willing to do that.
No.
Teach anything at all.
No, but-
Anything related to music.
But
and
DJ, no, remember through the platform here, Limpopo Music Awards, we always had workshops, shops,
Yeah.
a Wednesday before, to capacitate our artists and everything. But DJing now has become one of the easiest thing.
Yeah.
I think with the softwares you use to,
He's a producer. He's also a producer.
I think now it's becoming easier with the software, isn't it? Now you put it there, there are things that happen. DJing now is like that. I can literally teach you how to DJ. In 30 minutes, you can play a set.
Yeah.
But as long as unale track selection,
Yeah.
because those things are digital. When you set it, when it's on 113, it's 113. You are playing your piano.
Yeah.
It's there. Yeah, better. Then you blend the songs nicely. Then the skill now part will come.
Yeah.
Rabona, your talent and skill and your style.
It will
as
build
you
up.
move.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
you fine?
Yeah, I'm fine.
But DJ Cappuccino just said something. DJ, what do you think the role of AI will be? Like, and how will it impact the music industry?
Yeah. Hey, now, I was shocked to do a song via AI. Ne? Telling a song, or I want this
AI.
style, and then it's way. And I'm like, hey, man, where we going here? But maybe we need to embrace technology as much as, for instance, what you're doing now is disruptive to conventional media like radio.
Yeah.
Too much disruptive. Not lately. I watch podcasts like on my phone. I've downloaded episodes about that days. I'm even realizing that look at my TV. All I do is to go on YouTube
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
It has disrupted Kale. Nerdula ka di FM. Tshwantse re theletsa ditaba. Battery fell re be mo letsatsing the whole day. That was my generation.
Yeah.
Then at night we can be able to listen again.
Yeah.
But now, this is a revolution
Yeah.
that we have embraced and we must embrace. As long as you have data and software, you are moving. So AI, we must find a way, because remember, you tell it what to do. AI can't do what human beings do.
Yeah.
Still, your creativity still comes
Yeah.
where you must actually interact. So
Yeah.
we need to learn and move with it, because of it is something that is going to dominate.
You still need to be some sort of a smart person to use AI effectively. You can't
Exactly.
just go in there and say
Yeah, so
it's
we
wrong
need to
and
learn
everything.
it
Yeah.
and exploit it and
Yeah.
then embrace it and then utilize it,
Yeah.
because that's how people are moving.
Yeah. Hey guys, we've been here. DJ Cappuccino, let me take this opportunity and thank you so much for coming to sit with us. I really appreciate, for the sake of the podcast and all these guys here. I'm very, very grateful.
No, thanks for everything. Thanks for the invite, guys. You
Yeah.
guys have been warm. Very good questions.
Yeah.
They're not malicious.
Yeah.
Thank you for the rider. I mean, who gets Hennessy XO at a podcast? And I told you I need watermelon
Yeah.
that is from the Nile River, around the Nile River banks, and you made sure that it comes.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate everything, guys, and I wish you all the best.
Yeah.
Let's grow, let's work together. I'm hoping to also involve you in my podcast.
Of course.
Talk to you. We might even work together.
Yeah. Definitely.
See if we can partner together.
Yeah.
Next year, when I need to shoot, I just ask, guys, where are you?
Yeah.
Then we do it.
Yeah.
Because
let's do
I've
that.
checked your episodes. The quality is nice.
Yeah.
Renabile, we're still struggling with sound sometimes. There are episodes that didn't even go out
Yeah.
because of sound.
Because of sound.
So I've seen that you got it there. You are there, and what is important is the relationship, the collabo.
Yeah.
I had something urgent to do, and I felt like you guys are even going to think I don't take you serious. I had to let it stop. How would I feel?
Yeah.
And I also know how I feel
Yeah.
when I've arranged an interview and the person doesn't pitch.
Yeah.
And then I know, let me prioritize coming here.
No, we appreciate that. Hey man, this has been the Counsel with me, Paul McFool. I was sitting with DJ Cappuccino, the legend himself.
And we are going to the house of a drug lord.
Yeah. I don't know that. Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that post notification so you get notified every time we drop an episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are out of here, man. Salute.
It's fine, my big English. How can you not?